Somehow the world gonna change for me.
We're live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dungeons and Death Saves, the Studious Cryptid Peacekeepers edition. And some of us are briefly obsessed with Hannah Montana. Don't worry about it. But anyway, this is our somewhat side campaign that we revisit from time to time. And we're back once again. We have some awesome players with us, so why don't y'all tell us who you're playing?
Sam, you're first.
I figured.
Sam's
Hi everybody.
always first.
I'm always first. That's not on purpose. Hi everybody. My name is Sam Rinaldi. No, it's not. My name is Sam McGinley, and I can get my full name right. I can't get my nickname and last name yet. That one's still a doozy for me. And I play Percy Chamberlain, the podcast news reporter-esque, basically old media centric guy who is actually Champy, the Loch Ness of Vermont.
I'm Drew Borden. I'm playing Koshi, greasy boy extraordinaire. Of course, he's the Mongolian death worm. He's not from Mongolia. Oh yeah, he has a taste for human blood now.
Am I next?
Yes, Julia.
It's me. Hi, my name is Julia Risto. Sorry, I am on a different setup currently. But I play Annika Ryan, who is our divine Naga, who has a grudge, and I have not played this campaign in a hot second, so I apologize if I forget anything, which is honestly character accurate for Annika. I don't think she's actively paying attention 100% of the time, so.
Hello, everybody. My name is Aaron Borden. I am playing Elijah Tripe, the big game hunter extraordinaire. In personality and profession. That's about all he is.
Alrighty. So, in our last episode, we had our fledgling students go off on their first actual mission that was not a test, where they started to discover the some information about an entity that has hunted a different individual. Apparently there is this prolonged exposure to a ticking sound from an unknown source, and this eventually led to the victim's demise. After some exploration, the party was able to trace the general location of the creature, found the next victim, and circumvented their exposure to the hunt of this creature. And in the process, Koshi is now being hunted by this creature. Unfortunately for Koshi, the hunting period for this creature is not short. It is a very long time, and it is, from what little you know, quite varied. So, we are actually going to pick up a little bit later. But first, I have another quick dramatic irony reading, I guess. I can't think of what to call it.
Exposition.
Anyway. So first, we go to a scene. There's a small group of friends who have traveled to the beach for a little bit of a, a little bit of a day trip, a little bit of fun in the sun. They have got their supplies ready as they get prepared to play a game of beach volleyball. We see a small group of young 20-somethings who are in relatively good shape, don't have a care in the world, just having a good time with their beach volleyball when one of them accidentally sends the ball flying a bit too far. It goes flying and rolls over into some brush nearby. They go to retrieve the ball, finding it behind this brush near a small rocky outcropping on the beach shore. But what they find is not just a ball. They see two at first, but upon closer inspection, they find what looks to be an egg of a relatively large size. They grab the ball and call their friends over, all of them converging to see this large, unusual egg that they haven't seen before. Their curiosity gets the best of them, and they look down to investigate it more closely, touching it, seeing if there's any creatures nearby. What they don't notice is that there is a creature nearby. And as their attention is drawn away from it, they're quickly set upon by this creature. Some strange screaming sound begins, followed by the screams of terror of the worried young people. We see blood and viscera and the scattering of these individuals. And then the beach is quiet. And that's where we pick up. So you all are not there. You all don't know this yet. You all are... It's been about a month of school life. You all have started classes. You all have met your classmates. Your human classmates. So we have a few things that would have taken place. But what I want to start with, I think, is Koshi. You are in a very comfortable, like, counselor's office. You're speaking with an individual that you've spoken with several times now, by the name of Dr. Koji Inaba. He has short brown and blonde hair kind of mixed together. Real short on the side, buzzed, and, short, finely manicured on top. He has very small, thin and short eyebrows, hazel eyes. He's on the shorter side, about 5'5". He's slightly heavy set, but you have been seeing him pretty regularly to keep your emotional state in check, as he seems to be the on-site psychologist. So,
is he the psychologist
Koshi,
for the foundation or for the college?
he works for the foundation, but
Okay.
he serves as the psychologist for both.
Okay.
There's a lot of overlap
Gotcha.
with the foundation personnel. So yes, he is also a cryptid. But yeah, he is talking to you at this point. You have been experiencing the ticking ceaselessly, interrupted only vaguely by what sleep you can get. And it probably has some impact on your mental state. So he says, "Ah, yes, Koshi, how have you been?"
Not great. I still hear it. I can't really get a lot of sleep. That's about it.
Yes, I am told that this particular SCP is quite unpredictable, and I'm sorry that you've had to experience it so long.
I don't really know what to say to that.
Have you been doing those exercises I showed you?
Yeah, I've been trying. I don't know.
I'm pitching it to you.
What exercises?
If you've been to counseling or the like, often they give like coping kind of things to deal with whatever is stressing you. I'm leaving it a little open-ended as to what you think would be relevant to Koshi, and also if he's tried anything or if he's tried everything.
Okay.
But I do think Dr. Inaba would have suggested as many or as few things as would have been relevant.
Okay. I mean, I've been trying to keep up on them, but they don't really seem to be helping much. The ticking is kind of taking up a lot of my thinking right now.
That's unfortunate. I'm trying to refrain from pursuing more drastic measures for this. I hope you understand that your exposure to this is, at the very least, important to us. We understand what you're going through and are very thankful. Perhaps, though, we need to get your mind set on something else.
Okay. Like what?
How have your studies been going?
I've learned a lot about sports.
Is that one of your courses?
No. No, but the courses are going okay. I'm not failing, I don't think. Yeah.
How about this? Let me ask some of the other staff about some projects we can perhaps get you involved with, and I'll keep you updated.
Okay. So I should keep my mind off of the thing.
I will try and give you an alternative as soon as possible. I'd like to give you something a bit more concrete than just academics.
So it would be bad to ask if we've heard anything about it since.
Unfortunately, our contact with this creature is limited. It seems to remain relatively dormant until it is ready to hunt again. We've not had any exposure to it since your encounter.
Okay.
He kind of stands up a little preemptively, puts a hand on your shoulder, and says, "Stay strong, Koshi."
I'll try.
And yeah, you head out for now. Obviously, it's been stressful for you. There's no doubt about that. But your only solace is that this is leading to an end that will hopefully be good for everyone. But yeah, you have met the school psychologist on several occasions. I think you also would have met another junior researcher that did not go on your first mission. And I'd like some feedback. What would the three of you be doing when you meet up with our new player character?
Wait,
Who was that directed at?
Not Annika.
Okay, cool. Bye.
I feel like do we have like a daily meeting with everybody, or like is it considered
Not
a class,
necessarily.
or... Okay.
You may have classes in common, but you know they don't meet every day. You probably meet weekly. You would see each other at the very least. But I also don't think there would be a class that all of you have in common.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So my new player character, are we talking about Annika?
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to be sure because at first I thought I was missing something, and I was like, "Who's coming? Who's coming here?" I was like, "What's happening?"
Person.
It's a little person.
I feel. Go ahead.
Oh.
Sorry.
You go.
I was just gonna say I feel like Koshi wouldn't have done much in the way of interacting with new people. So if he were to hang out with people, even if it was just following them and that's it, it would probably be you guys. So
I don't know. I'll say, I don't know if this like counts toward it or not, but I do have that Annika and I are already like friends from university. So like I don't know.
Are you new on campus this year?
I don't think so. I think he's got like a handle on it enough that maybe unless we're all supposed to be new, Connor, but well, actually, I don't know if we are all supposed to be.
You all
That's
met at
right.
orientation.
That's right. We all met
Yeah.
at orientation.
Yeah.
So we could have just been hanging out after that, like outside of
Sure.
classes or whatever. We get coffee together, and hang out.
It's a great way to lure her out of her sorority.
Jingle jingle, coffee.
Yep.
Jingle jingle.
Yeah.
Swishy, swishy.
PSLs, Uggs. Swishy,
Yep,
swishy.
yep. You've got her.
They got
That's
little
it.
Not
kids.
coffee, but
So you are all seated at a little coffee shop to meet more formally. Kind of bring the group together. And yeah, the three of you, you know, I think Percy, you met her maybe in a class prior to this.
Mm.
You were all informed there would be another member of your party, and you took it upon yourself to meet up and introduce yourselves.
Yeet.
So, what do the three of them see? Can you describe Annika?
Yeah, absolutely. I think when Annika enters a room, she definitely commands a part of it. Just her presence alone has that kind of head, like total like the 90s movie like head turn, like who is she? Kind of moment where she just is that. I should have had this open. Sorry, give me one quick second to go through my crap. Here we go. Annika typically wears if you're familiar with fashion, very like Y2K era clothing. She's got on a hot pink pleated skirt, a black like a brownish black tank top with a see-through quarter sleeve over top. She's got fingerless gloves, gold jewelry, like big hoops, and long, very long red hair that kind of tapers into a peachy color at the bottom. And she's got like a flat rimmed hat, gold chains, off kilter belts. Like she's just very trendy, but maybe from like 20 years ago.
Hell yeah.
Very like face of full makeup, like full beat. She gets up at like the crack of dawn to do her makeup and everything. So, and she definitely does that thing where she sits at the table and like does a hair flip.
I think as you walk in, the barista recognizes you. This is probably a place you frequent.
Absolutely.
What would you call a coffee shop that you frequent?
The Sleepy Serpent.
The Sleepy Serpent. Okay.
Little do they know I'm a serpent too.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, the barista's name is Kelly. She has like a blonde ponytail. She's basically in this uniform whenever she's here, so she has a yellow button-up, like, short sleeve shirt. And she has a black skirt, and then of course she has like an apron on over top.
Kelly, the huge, please.
I got you, Annie. Are you amenable to that nickname? Would you go by that?
Only for her, because
Only for her.
Only because she hooks her up with coffee. Sometimes it's on the house, so
Oh,
she'll
yeah,
let
yeah,
a
for
big
sure.
slide. If anybody else were to start calling her that, she'd be like, absolutely not.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, your name's Annie?
Annika.
Oh,
Don't get it twisted.
okay.
I don't think this group likes nicknames, Koshi. We just gotta let it go.
Yeah, that's fair.
Cause we can't call.
Can't call Deborah D.
No, we can't. No, that one's definitely off the table. Can't
Yeah.
call her Deb.
Yeah.
Deborah.
But
So
yeah,
like,
Monica walks up to your table, commanding presence.
So, like, I remember you from orientation, but it's been a while, so you're probably gonna have to remind me of your names. And then I'll probably forget again. So.
Yeah, by the way, the canon is that you have not met.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
Mm.
Well, then never mind. Ignore all of that.
You may recognize them still, but you have not, like, formally introduced yourselves.
Sure, sure. Yeah, so she walks up after having this interaction. They have a little bit of banter. She kind of like places her hand like on the table. She's like, "So, you guys are my squad, I guess."
Mostly.
Half of us.
Seems to be that way.
Got it. Okay. That's interesting. She'll like awkwardly take a seat. So like are any of you like in fraternity or
No. What are you
okay.
drinking?
Oh, just my usual. Kelly always hooks me up with the best drink ever.
Smells
It's a caramel mocha macchiato with like a half pump of hazelnut and like a half pump of like sugar-free vanilla because I don't want to go too crazy, right? Because like my figure is really good and I don't need the extra calories. So
totally get it.
I get it.
Me too.
I get it.
Sure.
and then like sometimes she puts like a cute little like whipped cream on top, but that's only if she knows I'm on my G week.
Oh, I love when people do that. Does she do like little designs in like the coffee? too?
Mm-hmm.
I have to get myself some
Yeah.
coffee. I don't.
Yeah,
I
have
love
you
design.
not ordered? Like Kelly's super nice. Like you should really go say hi. And I don't know if maybe if she likes you, she'll be nice to you. So
I can't use it here. I was like, what if I just like pull out my I'm a celebrity like perk right now and I'm like, hi Kelly, do you know my podcast? I can't though. I only have one. I can't use that. I gotta use that for like I gotta use that for an investigation. Oh god. I only got one put away right now.
that's really funny. It would
I
be
got-
funny if
I got
you
hold.
wasted it here.
Yeah.
That would be so funny. I mean, I can ask her if she knows it. It's probably not even that big yet. I'm just like, yeah, you should listen to Goblin Up the Truth. It's all that. And I started the paper and Spooky and Soulless. You should really take a look. Really take it over that portion of the newspaper that used to be about diaper ads. So I'm there now. Like,
Me,
it's
look for
me
the
now.
diaper ads. They're no longer there. Yeah.
Well, how about this? Even if you're not using minor celebrity, you're supposed to roll it. So
Okay. Oh shit. Wait, that's what I didn't grab, huh?
It's 2d6s, right?
it's 2d6. Yes.
Okay.
I guess I'm using
Right.
Ace's 2d6 because I don't feel like getting up right now. We'll see if that works in my favor, but I have a feeling it's not going to. Anytime I use
Roll
Ace
plus
dice,
weird.
plus weird. Yeah, Ace doesn't like me when I use unless that's supposed to be a 6. Are you supposed to be a 6? You are! Okay, I thought it was supposed to be a 1 and it's a 6. Alright, cool. Alright, plus weird, plus weird, plus weird, plus weird. Hold on. My weird is plus 1. So 4 plus 6 is 11.
11. Okay.
Ace let me
so
use
you
his dice
hold,
today.
you hold 2. So whenever you want, you can spend that hold to have a person know you.
Mm.
Mm.
Interesting.
So you can do that twice during this mystery.
Okay, okay. Oh, should I mark this as a different mystery then? Because I had a hold 1 for the thing with Koshi, the one we did last time. So
You
should I
had a
mark-
leftover one.
yeah, because I didn't use it.
No,
I did use it because-
you rolled 2 last time, or 'cause
No,
you
I
used
rolled-
1.
I did. Then never mind. I just didn't mark it off. Ignore me. I
Okay.
I did use it. I just didn't mark it last time. So
Yeah, this would be a new mystery.
Yay! Eh, 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 eh.
Yeah. So you get your drinks or whatever you'd like.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a drink. Yummy, yummy.
I'll get a cookie or a cinnamon roll.
Mmm.
Ooh.
Would you like that toasted?
No.
What?
I'm so I don't know.
What are
that
you
was.
doing?
What do you do?
I'm
I
sorry.
just asked if you wanted it toasted. I'm not asking if you want to like get toasted or something.
I'm really off-putting. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can tell, but you don't need to say it.
Okay.
That's incredible. That is-
Anyway, here's your cinnamon roll, you greasy freak.
Okay.
Maybe you should just like sit before you further embarrass yourself. That's really awkward.
Okay.
Oh, and here's like 17 napkins. Please put it on the seat.
Kelly does not fuck with you. Does Kelly fuck with me? I hope so. No, I'm
Okay,
nervous.
we'll do the
No.
order. Let's see if Kelly
No.
fucks with you.
Nobody fucks with me, so.
Nobody fucks with me, so it's fine.
You'll find your special someone that fucks with you.
Yeah.
Hi, what do you want?
Hi. Can I get a vanilla latte, please, with caramel drizzle and a extra pump of vanilla and whipped cream on top, please?
Okay, yeah. We stand a vanilla bitch. Anyway, what size do you want?
What are your sizes? Is it medium large, or are we talking like?
She like points to the 3 display cups.
Okay, I didn't want to be like, I want a venti, and then like be like, this is a small coffee shop, you whore. Like I didn't want it to be like, how dare you use Starbucks here? He'll point to like the middle size. I'll take that one.
Okay, great. I'll get that right out to you.
Thanks.
Pretty middle of the
No.
road.
Sweet. I'll take it. Ah. I won't ruin it with, by the way, you should listen to my...
Hey, you should listen to my podcast.
Oh, anyways.
Usually you write, usually they write their numbers on the cup, I write my podcast on the cup, and I hand it back to her at the end. I'm kidding, I don't do that. That's really funny, though.
That's awful.
Is Elijah getting some?
Yeah, Elijah goes up and orders just whatever sandwich has the most meat on it.
This is a coffee shop.
We
Do
have
they not
like
have?
we have like hummus.
Just a big thing of hummus.
I suppose that'll do.
There's protein in it or something. I can tell you need it.
I'm so glad I'm
Yeah.
middle of the road with her, because I'm glad I didn't get fucking roasted here.
Yeah, you know what? I'll make something up. Okay, just give me a minute. And yeah, you can tell she's a little distracted when she's taking your order.
Incredible.
Mm.
Oh,
As-
oh, you...
She brings your stuff to the table. Koshi, did you get a drink or did you just get a cinnamon roll?
I just got the cinnamon roll.
Yeah, so she brings you like a cup of water a little disdainfully and doesn't look at you and just slides it over to your general quadrant of the table.
Thank you.
She brings a sandwich with like just a ton of hummus on it. It's like it's slathered on there. It's like the thickness of the bread. You're like, oh my gosh, that's so much.
This is perfect, thank you.
um, Percy, she gives you your drink. Annika, she gives you your drink. Um,
Yippee.
and she says, yeah, so enjoy or whatever. And make sure to treasure your time with Annika.
We will.
She's worth every second.
Oh my gosh, thanks, bitch. You're the best.
No, you're the best.
Oh, stop it.
And she goes back behind the counter to take the orders of several people that have been waiting.
Perfect.
Cool place.
Yeah, no, this is definitely the best coffee shop around town.
Okay.
Okay.
As I start putting the napkins underneath me.
So funny. So Annika then.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to meet you. I'm Percy. I would say I think we might be in like a class together or something, actually. So
Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm kind of like a super senior, so I'm really just taking electives to get myself on the credits, so.
yeah, I get it.
You're in a
I mean,
photography class,
not-
right?
Like, yeah, I think so.
No, I was talking to Percy.
Oh.
It is. it's like a media type of course with like photography and like videography and things like that.
Oh.
I took it because social media is a large part of our sorority, Alpha Venti Grande, and we do our best to try and make ourselves marketable for the future.
Sorry, what was that name again?
Alpha Venti Grande.
It's a good one.
It's the best sisterhood a girl could ask for, honestly. Like, I'd invite you, but like you don't qualify. I mean, like, we're pretty inclusive, but like I don't think you qualify. Sorry.
That's fine. I appreciate the sentiment though.
Oh yeah, sure.
I feel like
I don't qualify.
Elijah would also be in that class.
I love it.
Yeah.
Because he took it as because he thought it would be like a way to like set up, like figure out how to set up like cameras and stuff
Trap cameras.
in like the woods, like trap
wildlife.
cameras.
Wildlife
Yeah.
photography.
That's
Yeah.
That's insane.
I love that. We're all in that class together.
Wait, I think it would be really funny if you like looked at the syllabus and you're like, wait a minute, where's the like practical portion of the course? And they said there is no practical
Where's the
portion.
practical
You drop,
portion of the
and then you drop the course. Like,
Yeah.
so you
It
saw
wasn't
though.
professional enough for me, so I decided to leave.
I see. Interesting. Well, anyway. So now that we're like on a team or whatever, we really should like probably exchange phone numbers, cause like that's a great way to get a hold of me. I never answer phone calls, only text.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I was gonna say I'd have you put your like self in my phone so then I don't have to do as much work, but and then she kind of like looks at Koshi out of the corner of her eye. It's like, why don't you just tell me it?
What are you looking at?
Oh, here. And he pulls out a flip phone. Here's my number.
You pull out your flip phone, Koshi, and you have a text that you did not notice because the notifications are like off or very quiet.
I never get these.
I never get these. Oh my god, bless
You
him.
have to like press the arrow button down to
Yeah.
read all of it.
Yep.
That's so funny.
What's it say?
But anyway, yeah, you have a text from
It's a threat.
Dr. Inaba.
Oh.
Yes, you're a psychologist. And he says, I may have a mission for you if you'd like to assemble your group and meet up at your earliest convenience.
Without consulting the group, he just texts, "Okay, where?"
You can just come by my office.
He
You
says,
guys want to go to
"Okay."
therapy with me?
My psychologist.
Group therapy.
My
Group
psychologist
therapy.
just texted me and said he had a mission for us.
Okay, bitch, like what?
Like
Was that a question?
group therapy or?
No. I think it's like a mission.
Oh. Like, okay. Sick. You know what? That's good, man. I'm glad you're getting therapy. That's good. For the,
Thanks, it wasn't my choice.
Yeah.
for the ticking thing.
Yeah. How's that internal clock
T-
thing going?
Ticking thing?
It still haunts me every night, and I struggle to sleep.
No, that's rough, buddy.
Good.
Yeah. The last thing we went to go hunt is now hunting Koshi, and it like has like this long ticking noise for a really long time. And then after about a month, it's probably gonna. It's been about a month. And then something happens. Who knows what? But we're gonna.
My name's
So like
Koshi.
you couldn't kill it. Okay, cool.
We didn't see-
Hoshi, okay.
Okay.
Hoshi and Muscle Daddy, what?
Muscle
What?
Daddy, what?
Do you just want me to call you that forever, or are you gonna give me your name?
I'm not gonna deny, but Elijah.
You can call me that.
That's so funny.
Elijah. Cool. I will try to remember, but I meet so many girlies on a daily basis that it's really hard to remember sometimes, so. Yeah, anyways, you said your therapist had a mission for us? Is that even a thing?
I said psychologist.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But yeah, he said we should go by his office.
Ugh, I just got here. Whatever.
So we can take him to go, right?
I mean, you didn't get it in a cup, like a porcelain cup, did you?
No.
Well,
There were
then
other
we
options?
can take it to go. Yeah, like that usually comes in the small portion, but sometimes, like, if I'm gonna be here for a while, I'll ask her to, like, put it into, like, 3 porcelain cups, so then she'll, like, deliver one by the time I'm done with the other. She's the best. Alright, well, I'm gonna go get a lid then, because it looks like we're going for a walk, which I already did my cardio today. Like, damn, but whatever.
Okay.
And she's
Great.
gonna get up and get lids for those who had drinks. And
I
as
like
she's
her.
there, she's gonna be like, "Oh, Kelly, like, don't forget about this weekend. We've got that big sorority party happening. Would really love to see you there."
Oh, you know I will be.
Hell yeah, looking forward to it. Toodles. She will more or less throw drink lids at the other two. Wait, unless Elijah didn't get a
You
drink.
just
Uh,
throw a lid at Koshi anyway.
Yeah.
He just has a cinnamon roll.
It's like, ah!
Yeah. Lid. It's just a lid on your cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
All right, well, I suppose you should lead the way. I don't see a therapist because I practice self-mindfulness.
Okay. As he gets up, multiple napkins are sticking to his backside. And
Ugh.
he is, I want to point out, he is eating his cinnamon roll, like unrolling it and eating it like a fruit roll up.
Oh, there's so many levels wrong with that.
Oh. Every time I'm like, Koshi's not that bad. I'm like, oh, he's
No,
so
he's
weird.
bad.
I'm like, oh, it's
You know,
bad.
like, 'cause you'd think his hands would be covered in like the cinnamon and the cream, but actually they just maintain a consistent greasy texture.
Yeah.
Like it just gets absorbed into the ambient grease.
I don't think I love that at all.
Oh,
It disperses
No.
across the rest of him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh, it diffuses into the skin directly and is excreted as more grease.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mm.
Ew.
that's exactly
that's
how it
so
works.
icky.
I,
That's so
I-
icky.
I need to absorb more toxins every day so I can maintain my greasy persona.
Ugh.
It
So
turns
they're
out if he just washed his hands on a regular basis, the grease would eventually dissipate.
Yeah. That's insane.
Anyway, yeah, so you head to Dr. Inaba's office. Let's see. Would any of you have gone to visit him in the last month? Not Onika. She practices mindfulness.
Self-mindfulness.
Right. I'm mindful of myself and only myself.
Yep.
I don't.
'Cause I'm a
think
self-centered
so.
Probably not. No.
I can't imagine I've gone through anything traumatizing yet.
I mean, it's.
And I know
it's
that's not just
college.
what they're.
Mm.
I know. I just. I don't know. I don't think yet.
Yeah, that's fair. So you were all meeting this individual for the first time. You recognize him as a Foundation member. You may have seen him around. But again, he introduces himself as Dr. Koji Inaba. And he says, well, please take a seat wherever. There are plenty of spots. And true to form, it's an office, but much like most counselors that I've been to at least, it's dressed up like a cozy living room space more than like an office. So there's plenty of like comfortable places to sit here. So we have once again received some reports about a new anomaly. This one is. It seems to be one instance of a species. What we have is a decent amount of information, though we have not many examples to go on. We have one eyewitness account of what this creature is, and it will be quite beneficial for us to contain one instance of it so that perhaps we can learn more about other instances, about their containment, about locating them. The first one is the most important. And as of now, this is the only lead that we have. So, if you are all prepared to, get ready for this mission, I'll need you to get your things together and then take a a short trip, just to the lake. There are the reports place the incident around there, so we assume that the creature should still be in that vicinity.
Have you gave an amnesiac to the witness already?
No, we were hoping that you would be able to get the information you needed from them
Fantastic.
before we amnesticize them.
Are they by the scene, or should we head to them first?
They are currently on site, being looked after. I can introduce you to them as soon as you are ready.
Fantastic. I mean,
I'm ready to go.
I don't think I'll have time to fix my one drone, but I still have another one, so I guess I can wait to fix my one drone.
Because like
I would say
thought-
over the course of a month, it's fair to assume that you could get your drone repaired.
Oh, yippee!
yeah, like whatever, I'm ready.
Yeah, alright.
Great. Then if you'll just follow me, he's in another room. And he leads you to, what is closer to like a hospital room. Not the same nursery that you came from before. Nursery? What is the word I'm looking for? I don't know what the word I'm looking for is.
I know what
don't know if
I
it's
know what you're referring to, but I also don't know the word.
hospital area
Yeah.
that you came from before.
Infirmary?
Infirmary.
Infirmary. I don't know what I'm looking for. We can go
Med
with
bay?
infirmary.
Room.
The med bay, yeah. Not the same area anyway. It's like a specifically sectioned off room, with a few amenities like a TV and a sink, designed to keep people for a slightly longer term than just the rehabilitation process. But yeah, you are brought to the room, and inside you see a young man, pretty, in pretty good shape. He's pretty tall, probably about 6 foot. He's blonde, and he has pretty bright blue eyes. And Dr. Inaba introduces him as Luke before you arrive in the room. He also says, the subject has witnessed some great tragedy, so be mindful of this, and do not be afraid to get the information you need to from him. He will be amnesticized after we've gotten the eyewitness account in full, and then you'll be able to be on your way.
So you already have like a folder to give us, and then this is just like additional information we can ask him.
The only information we have is from him. So
Oh, I see. My bad.
you will be assembling the folder as you go.
Okay. Understood.
But he opens the room door for you, and yeah, you see Luke seems to have been notified that you were coming, because he is kind of just sitting on a bed waiting, looking at the door for you all to show up. And yeah, Dr. Inaba closes the door behind you to allow you to speak privately.
Hi, Luke.
Hi. Are you all here to get the to listen to what I saw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna need as much information as possible.
Um,
And take your time. I'm sure what you saw is very, and we're sorry that you had to go through that. But yeah, anything you can tell us, take your time. But any information you have.
so, above board, what I'm going to have you do is roll to, I guess it would be manipulate someone. He does seem to be a bit traumatized. So this check is basically to see how much, he recalls, and how forthcoming he will be with information. So whichever one of you would like to be the main person that is like trying to persuade him to, divulge information.
I can do it. I've got a
Oh,
decent charm, and I mean, I have a plus
why
to
don't
strength, but
why don't you let me? I've got this.
be my guest.
Yeah. So I'm going to I would like to use my ability Soothe, which is when you talk to someone for a few seconds in a quiet voice, you can calm them down, blocking any panic, anger, or other negative emotions they have. This works even if the thing that freaked them out is still present, as long as your voice can be heard.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm looking at this. There's no check. So that's great. What do you? How do you do it, or what do you say?
Annika, like is he laying down? Is he sitting?
No, I think he stands up a little like nervously as you enter the room.
Yeah, I think Annika like walks up next to him and she like kind of like, can I put my hand on you? Is that all right?
Yeah, I guess.
She like gently rests a hand on his shoulder. She's like, Luke, first of all, let me just say I am so sorry that you had to experience that. Like that really sucks. Um, and we really want to do our best to help you and to help the others. So if you don't mind just telling us everything you know from start to finish, take a deep breath. You've got this.
These seem like normal words, but there is an otherworldly, like calming, aura about it. Anika is giving off a distinctly different vibe. Though you aren't being affected, you can tell that there's some weird mysticism in what she's doing here. But regardless, you can feel the tension in his shoulder like noticeably relax just in these brief words. And he says, yeah, I think I can do that. So I'd like to have someone else roll to investigate a mystery to see what specifically he can give you.
I could do that.
Would I don't know
Well-
if this is weird. Would I be able to record that, not like with an actual camera, because I feel like that would be like invasive, but can I use my digital recorder to like record his account so we can have it?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I know there's like a list of devices that you can choose as the Snoop, but it's a little limiting, and I think it's fair enough to assume that you have like several practical devices for this kind of stuff. So yeah, you can record the account, even if it's just an audio file. You can get that.
Cool.
So yeah, who would like to investigate?
I mean, I have a 0, but I mean, if no one else wants to, I can.
I can. I just have an extra thing after we hear some information.
I was like, I don't
So I didn't
have
know
a
if
thing
someone else
yet.
wanted to do it first, and then
I need to
I
fail
could do
one more
that,
time,
but-
and I can take a thing where I use charm instead of sharp. But I don't have it yet.
Well,
I'll go
you
ahead and
can
go.
try it now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but I don't know if I want to fail if this is the only account we have.
Would I be able
I mean,
to
this
use
is the only
Experience
eyewitness
Huntsman?
account, so you'll be able to investigate the scene afterward, but it's different information.
Hmm. It doesn't matter. I mean, I
What
can.
was
I don't
that?
have a negative.
Would I be able to use Experienced Huntsman having like him be the eyewitness account before technically hearing it? Or would I have to investigate a mystery and then
Oh,
use
I
Experience
see.
Huntsman?
I would say we need to see how much information he gives you from an
Gotcha.
investigate a mystery check to know if this
Okay.
is a detailed eyewitness account or not.
Gotcha. Okay. I
mean,
can do that then. So 2d10? 2d6?
2d6.
2
D10, that would be crazy.
That's wild.
It's a 10.
10.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
You hold 2, which
Yay.
means you can ask 2 of the questions from investigate a mystery. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here?
We'll just do what happened here.
What happened here? It was... So we were on the beach, and I know it's just a lake beach, but, you know, it's the right vibe, I guess. We were playing volleyball, and, you know, I spiked the ball a little too hard, and I went to get it, and we found this... I thought I saw 2 balls, and I was confused about why there would be another one, but it turned out it was this very large egg. I had everyone come over to look at it, and as soon as we did, we were attacked by something, and we started running, but it killed them. It did something to them, like most of the wounds were internal, it seemed like. I didn't really understand. I didn't look for that long. I just ran as fast as I could.
What sort of creature is it?
It was... I don't know how to describe it. It was tall, and it was hair-shaped, I guess, but not like in the hot way. It was like, you know, big and kind of round. Except it had like a really long neck, and as I was running away, it twisted its neck like all the way around to look at me, and it had this like kind of human face, but it had like uneven teeth, and it had like human arms and human legs mostly, but definitely not human. And it was fast too. I mean, even though it was like 9 feet tall, it was faster than a normal person.
Interesting.
Did it come from the water? Am I allowed to ask that? I don't know if I can.
I didn't see where it came from. It didn't seem wet or anything. I mean, not from water. it. I mean, it was kind of like you, and he kind of points at Koshi, except not so much. Except the grease was a little more transparent, I guess. Like a thin film over it. I don't know.
It
I
didn't
think
come
that's a
out of the
pretty.
egg, did it? Sorry, I don't know.
It no, it
Okay.
did not.
It was something else. Okay.
That's a pretty detailed eyewitness account. If you'd like to use your
Mhm.
other ability.
Sure thing. This is a D6. It's not a 9. It's a 7.
7, mixed success, so hold 1. What's the monster's main method of attack? What does the monster feed on? What environment would the monster prefer to den in? Is there anything the monster seems to be avoiding? What is one of the monster's special powers? Is the monster nesting, caring for its young? There's definitely a few here that are very relevant.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and just confirm it. Is the monster nesting or caring for young?
Yeah. I think if it had just been hunting or something, then it might have stopped at one person, but I'm guessing that egg belonged to it or something. So it seemed like it wanted us all gone. It wasn't interested in just killing us to eat or something.
All right.
That's about all I could tell, though. It was very strange.
Luke, thank you so much. You have been so brave, and I just want you to know that we are very thankful. Could I see your phone for a moment?
He kind of looks at it for a sec. I think I might need to manipulate someone roll.
Remind me what I'm rolling.
Roll plus charm. 2d6.
Okay. And that's not bad. My charm is. I got an 11.
Ooh.
Okay, 11 is a
I
complete
roll.
success. So they will. He hands you his phone. He kind of looks at it for a second and says, sure, yeah.
She goes in and she puts her contact info into his contacts, and instead of in the first name she puts "call me heart," and in the last name she puts Annika winky face. And she's just like, if you she fully is aware that they're gonna amnesiac this guy. She's like, if you ever need anything, you can 100% just call and we will help you. Here, I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Yeah. So I think you head out after that. He's a little wound up, but you get some good information out of him.
Yay.
Your
Solid.
file is a bit it's growing. You have some information to start with. you know now that you need to head up to the lake.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
The lake.
I say the lake, but I think at least one of you knows what lake I'm referring to.
I do. Yay!
He's like my lake.
My home.
It is like your lake.
It's totally my lake.
So yeah, you take the drive to Lake Champlain.
Champlain,
I
yeah.
almost said Chamberlain. I'm like, no, that's his last name. That's not the name of the lake.
Yeah.
In Elijah's car again, I assume.
Yeah, it's a different car this time since we had a
Oh,
little bit
okay.
more prep time. So it's kind of like it's one of those like I don't know the general term for that kind of car, but like a Jeep.
Oh, box car.
A box car. It's got like the hood off, or like the
Yeah.
exterior's very like wiry and that kind of stuff.
I gotta know because I'm just curious. Is there like music that he plays in the car, and like what is it? Or do you just have like
I feel
any
like it's
radio
like
station playing?
self-affirmations.
I was gonna say either that
Yes.
or it's Africa by Toto,
On repeat.
just
Yeah.
on loop.
It's
Yeah.
like a weird like very not consistent mix of music.
Yeah.
Like
I love it.
it will jump 5 genres in 2 songs.
Good.
I feel like he also like has like a podcast like thrown in there of it's just like the same episode of a podcast that was really satisfying that's like and now we're in the jungle and we're exploring.
He listens
Yeah.
to
This is my
Manosphere.
favorite part.
He listens to Manosphere podcast.
I love that shit. That's so good.
Yes, you question the music choices perhaps and think that maybe it would be nice to get someone else to drive at some point, but not for now because he has the car.
I'm sorry, but like even if I had a car, I would want seat covers. I would have to go by seat covers. Just saying.
I've got a professional cleaner, so I don't have to worry about it all that much.
Oh really? You should share a name. We're always looking for like a good party cleaner.
Well, I'm good.
Oh no.
Oh.
Aaron froze for everybody else, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That was me.
That's a good look.
Separate
for him.
what?
Oh,
Oh.
Oh no, the thing. He got up in 1 second. One more.
You lagged out.
One more
Oh, was
time,
it just
please.
me? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
What the heck?
One more time, please, good sir.
Oh, I would have to get you a different name. This one, he's just for the cars, but.
I mean, like we have party buses, so
Oh, he would be perfect. I'll give you his number.
thank you.
you have party
So-
buses? Sick.
Alpha Venti Grande.
He turns on the turns on the podcast a little bit. Really, I this wouldn't happen to be like a sibling of yours or anything, would it?
Who's Rini?
I get the wrong name. What's your name?
Percy?
Percy. I was just looking at the
Percy.
Discord thing.
Ah, yes, you're not a hacker girl.
Ah, Reed, not Reedy.
I know, there's so many. There's so many. Did you just ask if this thing's my fucking sibling? I got distracted by the name thing.
Well, this is your lake,
Your-
right?
Yes, this is my home. That doesn't mean that this thing just is a part of my family.
I don't know if you have like a family or something. Are you the only one over there? Or...
Yes! Oh my god, there's
You're
not.
like-
I'm special.
My
There's
bad,
not
my
a million
bad.
of us.
I was just making sure.
Still,
Wait,
I kind
you're
of
like-
don't.
Okay.
I
of
really
the
don't like that
lake.
The
though.
Loch Ness monster would say differently, but he turns up the music.
He turns it right back. He turns it right back down. He's like, "We're not done here." He's like, "Still, now that you say that, it is kind of alarming that this thing is pear-shaped with a really long neck. But then again, I don't look human like that, so that's
I
even
was
more
just gonna
alarming."
say like get that body yachty, but like it's gonna be gonna be real hard to find something like that on a big lake. You can't make me laugh.
I'm so sorry.
I hated that I had to
talking about that
describe
song
it as
last night.
pear-shaped. Not
But I know what you mean. It's like,
Yeah.
So it looks like a pear. It's not like
Yeah.
a pear body type.
Yeah.
still, I don't love that. I feel like it's making fun of me, and I feel kind of attacked.
Well,
But like
it's an SCP and not a cryptid, so it's like a different.
I know, but like, why you gotta go after my lake and have the long neck thing? That's insulting. It's rude.
I think that's speaking towards like deeper insecurities. You might want to take a look inside yourself if that's really affecting you.
Try some self-mindfulness.
I have some self-mindfulness exercises that you could probably use in like your day-to-day. I think that would really help.
He turns the podcast back up.
I also love the idea of like Elijah recording like his own mantras and just listening to it again as he's
Yeah,
like, getting in the
you turn it up.
like, you are
It's Elijah.
Crank up the
powerful
volume,
warrior.
and it's like, you are the best hunter out there. You go get him, boy.
Yeah, he turns it up like that, and he like immediately turns it back down and is like, maybe we should stay quiet for a while.
I don't, Aaron, I don't think you understand. I need you to actually record like 10 minutes of this so that we can put it into Barkley for whenever we're driving.
Yeah, we're gonna upload it to Bardley.
Please.
Oh,
I seriously
I'll have
need this.
to.
It's so funny.
So when Dane and Max come back, we're just
Um,
playing this in the background. We're talking about the next one,
Yes.
and they're like, "Is anyone else hearing this?" And we're like, "Yeah, it's part of the car ride." Like,
Yeah. It's a part of the experience. Just like let it happen.
it's so
Please.
fucking funny. Wow, it's so silly.
Anyway, you finally arrive at the location. I guess I should say you didn't have no information. You did have the location of the incident given to you. And while more detail may have been necessary, Percy, you definitely know exactly what part of the lake this is.
Yippee.
So you, yeah, you are very easily able to make your way over. Once again, they got on top of this incident pretty early, so it has not been investigated yet. There are not other people here. The place has been blocked off. Probably like informally, people have just been like discouraged from coming over this way. So, yes, as you approach the scene, you see elements of what I had described earlier. You see, you see some greenery, you see some rocks, you see some sand. You don't. I think at this point you do not see the egg. You'd have to get closer for that. And you're not sure if you want to. But what are each of you looking into?
They said there was a mucus coming off this thing.
Yes. There's some kind of like film on it.
Well, you know I've got to inspect the viscera and see if that film is still on there.
Yes. You do see the bodies of the individuals here. So go ahead and investigate a mystery.
Nice. Oh my god. That's a 1.
A
Nice.
1?
I have a
Oh my
negative-
goodness.
I have a
Wait,
negative
how-
1 to sharp.
Oh, jeez. I was like, how'd you get a 1?
And,
That makes sense. If
Yeah,
it's like that, yeah.
I rolled 2 1s.
I need
Right.
to move my experience bars down to the bottom of my page so I can
But
see
that
them
does
all.
mean I leveled up.
Yeah.
Hell
We
yeah,
will
brother.
do that at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are looking for mucus or some kind of gooey substance among the viscera. I think you again taste it. I think that's just what you do.
That's what I do.
You kind of take your finger across the victim's bodies. You're not getting mucus. You're not getting any kind of foreign weird film, but what you are getting is human blood again, and it's pretty good. I mean, like, honestly, it's been a minute since you've
It's been a minute.
divulged. Or yeah. And you are you kind of look at the corpses again, and a thought crosses your mind. But
Mm.
Oh,
it does. It's
no.
not too deep right now.
Right now. Oh.
Okay. Okay.
That's 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
That's 2 strikes for my cannibalism gauge.
Oh.
Who else would like to investigate something?
Can I just like? I guess I don't know if I'm specifically looking for the. I don't want to look for the egg yet because it's a little. But can I? Just kind of like walk along the water and see if there's anything strange about like this, like the shoreline, if that makes sense. I just want to know if there's like
Yeah.
anything like, specific that could be a little different. I don't want to go like right where they were attacked because I'm assuming that's kind of near where the egg is, but
Go ahead and investigate a mystery.
alright, and that's plus sharp, right?
Yeah, roll plus sharp.
Okay. Alright. That is an 8.
An 8. So you get to hold 1. Ask one of the questions on the list.
Alright, I did have that list pulled up. Where did it go? Okay, I guess I am a liar. I don't have it pulled up. But I can pull it up real quick. Here we go, investigating mystery. Okay. I guess what is being concealed here? I just want to know if there's anything that like shows hints of like that the creature was nearby, or like if there's like something that could still be like lurking nearby or like hidden along the shoreline.
So what is being concealed here? I think you know most about what you're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would say the main thing that's being concealed as you walk along the shoreline, you see strange footsteps in the sand
I'll take that.
that you would assume to be the creature. Vaguely human-shaped feet, but also like deeper, as if they're bearing more weight. But you also notice a second pair of footprints that are slightly smaller.
Are they also human shaped?
They look very similar, just smaller in size.
Where are they leading toward? Are they leading back toward the water?
Where are they coming
They
from?
did not come from the water,
Oh, right.
and
I
where
guess I
did it
didn't-
go is a different question.
Okay, never
Um,
mind.
But what you can see is they're kind of going along the shoreline. How about that?
Okay.
Could I follow the footsteps backwards?
Yeah, you can investigate a mystery.
I didn't know if that would be the same thing or not. Let me...
You can get multiple pieces of information out of the same clue, depending
Gotcha.
on what it is.
I think I'll still use experience huntsman, since this would technically be physical evidence.
Yeah. I don't. The questions you'd probably there. How about this? I would say there is physical evidence here. I don't know that footprints is going to tell you that information.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll
So
just
if you
investigate
want to
mystery
use
then.
experience huntsman, you can, but you would probably be looking at something else at this scene.
Investigate a mystery. 4.
Okay, that would be a
Good at-
fail. Mark you an experience. With that, I think, I think you are trying to follow these footprints, and you're not tremendously mindful about how you're tracking them, and then suddenly you are more immensely confused about where the footprints are going and where they're coming from, and you notice that you have accidentally kicked sand into several of the footprints, further obfuscating any possibility of tracking where the creature came from or went to.
No.
All right, everyone. So we know it was here.
Yeah, like Percy's
Yeah.
like, wow, this is really interesting. I wonder where.
It could be
Like he was like taking like recording of it, and he was like,
anywhere.
turns the camera around like he's on The Office, like.
Yeah, it cuts away, and he's like, he messed with the footprints, didn't he? And then it goes back to the
I kicked him in there.
Yeah.
back to the real time.
Like, nice going, jackass.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That wasn't. Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
What can I do? Let's see. I would like to. You know what? Screw it. I want to investigate the egg.
Okay,
That's
go
horrifying.
ahead and investigate a mystery.
That's 2d6 plus sharp.
Yes.
I got a 7.
7 is a mixed success, so you get to ask one of the questions on the list if you have the cheat sheet open.
I did. Let's see. That's creation. Where are we? This game. Let's see. What can wait? And this is kind of hard because. Because I want to ask what can hurt it, but I don't understand how I would feasibly know just by looking at an egg.
You can ask any of these questions.
Okay.
I
Well,
will give you an answer to any of them.
Okay. So that would be what can hurt it, because that's what she's most curious about.
You approach the egg. On the way, you see the bodies of the victims.
Okay.
And you see on a couple of their hands, you see you see this like thin film substance
Gross.
just on their hands, as if they tried to like defend themselves. What you also notice is some kind of like material. It looks like skin a little bit on one of their hands, as if in their feeble attempts to try and defend themselves, they accidentally like broke the skin of this thing. So as far as what can hurt it, it doesn't seem particularly resilient. It can be damaged by hand. You would assume then that like any more powerful weaponry would be equally able to harm it.
Okay.
But as you are going to look at the egg, or where you thought the egg was, you notice that the egg is not there. And instead you find a clean egg-shaped divot surrounded by broken eggshells.
Gross.
Yeah, I figured. I figured it hatched because of the second footprints.
Mm-hmm.
And as you approach, you all hear a sound again, almost like a scream, almost like the crow of a rooster. Except this time it's in stereo because there's two of them. And
Oh no!
you see as out from the forest emerges these two tall creatures. One of them, 9+ feet tall. The other probably still 7 feet tall. Both very large, both weird egg shape. I guess I could have described them as egg shaped too, but I feel like the pear thing is more accurate. And yeah, you notice that they both have this strange, like, they have a long neck, but it's not like long like the Loch Ness monster. It's just like twice as long as a human neck, maybe 3 times. And there's very little structure to it. It's stretched thin, it doesn't seem to have any like bone or anything in there. And it's mostly noticeable because as they emerge from the forest and they look at you all at your different places on this beach, they don't move their bodies at all, and then they just turn their heads and their necks, and they have this like incredible range of motion with this neck, as if there's just nothing there to break.
I hate it.
You also see eyes that are mostly featureless, and they're set further apart than human eyes, and they're also very high up on the head. Their mouth seems to be bigger. It seems to be missing its lips. So it just looks like a big toothy mouth. And one of them seems to be covered in this like red substance. You would assume blood. The other does not have this yet. Other than this, the description is relatively accurate. They have human-ish arms. They have human-ish legs. They have this fleshy body. Very upsetting to look at. And they seem incredibly hostile. So, what do y'all do?
I'm gonna pull out my stun gun. And I guess if one gets close, I'll kick some ass with my stun gun. Well, actually, I should wait. I'll help somebody out if they do that, because
I'll just shoot it.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick some ass.
Who would go first?
I guess we could roll.
You could roll. I was just thinking
I'll go
narratively, like
yeah.
who's the most like, yes, I'm gonna respond immediately.
Probably Elijah.
Yeah.
That's my inclination as
Yeah.
well. So
Yeah.
go
alright,
ahead.
ass.
You're shooting.
Mhm.
Yeah, roll kick some ass, so roll plus tough.
Oh, that's huge. That's a 10.
A 10. Okay. So when you kick some ass, this is not like an attack in the D&D type sense. This is a brief exchange of blows. So you deal some damage, you take some damage, all in one maneuver, but with a 10 plus, you get to choose an additional effect. You gain the advantage, take +1 forward, or give +1 forward to another hunter. You inflict terrible harm, you suffer less harm, or you force them where you want them. True to Luke's description, they are pretty quick, and they move towards you immediately. Which one are you shooting?
The bigger one.
The bigger one. So yeah, the bigger one is going right at you. How much damage do you deal?
I deal 3 harm.
Okay.
Damn.
3 harm, and what is your additional effect?
I'm going to give +1 forward. I think in that short time, Elijah probably noticed that Annika was like also kind of prepping for an attack, so he'll give a forward to her.
Awesome. So yeah, you shoot this thing. It deals a pretty good blow. Hits it right in the torso. It seems to excrete some kind of liquid when you do, but it's not blood. And it seems to be more of this clear substance that is like covering it. But it does seem to pierce through the skin, dealing its damage. And at the same time, it approaches you. It is going to try to grab your arm. And it just, it reaches out, grabs your arm, and grips tightly, dealing 2 harm.
Ooh. We would have healed from last time, right?
Oh, yeah.
I had 1 harm. Okay. 5. Cool.
Okay. You give +1 forward to Annika, so I think that would make sense to go next.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick some ass. And just as like maybe some flavor text, because I don't know exactly how this might happen, and you can negate this, but I do have the what I need when I need. It says only small object, but I would like to imagine she like pulls out of her hypothetical third eye like a tiny little trident that then like transforms in light to like the giant size that it is.
Yeah. You can carry your trident, why for sure.
So she pulls that out, and I'm going to kick some ass. I'm gonna try and cut its arm that was holding on to Elijah.
Okay.
And
yeah, roll plus tough.
And he gave me a
+1
plus
forward,
1.
so you add +1.
Okay, so that's 2d6 plus tough. And then I have smite, which is for damage.
Ooh.
Yes.
So that is 11 plus 1 is 12.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a complete success. You both inflict harm to each other and choose one extra effect.
Okay. For the advanced,
You don't do the advanced.
oh, okay. Just normal.
That's normal.
Okay. So on a wait, so on a 10 plus versus on a
10
12
plus,
plus,
choose one extra effect.
I
The
did.
advanced is like an improvement to the move, and you haven't had any improvements to your
Oh,
move.
I see. Okay.
That's a level up thing.
I
Yeah.
see. I get
Oh,
it now.
Okay, gotcha.
I will choose to suffer less harm.
Okay, great. You stab this thing in the arm. It seems to sear the flesh of it.
My trident is 3 harm, hand, silver, holy, plus smite. Is always counts as a weakness against the monsters I fight. So it automatically also does a 2 harm, intimate, hand, messy. So that is the
that would
total
be your unarmed attack.
body and divine weapon. It says both.
You're not attacking with your body and your divine weapon, though. It's saying if you don't use a weapon, your hands still do 2 harm, which is more than normal.
But
it says your unarmed attacks are 2 harm, intimate, hand, messy.
that doesn't make sense based on the writing. But okay, you know way more than I do.
Well, your unarmed attacks, right? You are armed. You're using a trident.
Yeah.
It doesn't say
so then
if you
I
weren't
get it.
using a weapon at all, you would do 2 harm.
Your unarmed attacks are. I see. Okay, brain is functioning, firing on some cylinders. But
your trident does 3 harm by default, though, and
yes,
this feature makes sure it always counts as a weakness, so it will not
got
resist
it.
your.
Got it. I am tracking.
It does still do something.
Yes, I am tracking. It just took a hot second.
Yeah, you're good.
Cool.
But yeah, you stab its arm.
Reading comprehension.
It burns through its flesh, and it reaches out to grab you by the shoulder, dealing another 2 harm.
That's Nito Magneto.
I believe you have 1 armor, though, right?
I do. I have divine armor. So I just take 1 harm?
Yep.
Cool. Awesome. I did a thing.
If they're fighting something, I'm gonna freak out, and
I'm gonna
would I be able to take one of the rocks that make up the den for the nest and use mayhem to throw it at the smaller one?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Make some mayhem.
All right. So how I'm reading this is I roll the attack and then roll again afterwards with the plus harm inflicted.
Hold on. I have everyone's playbook open except yours for some reason. Mayhem, when you grab an object, here's some guidelines, yada yada yada. After you inflict harm with it, roll plus harm inflicted. Okay. Yeah, so roll to kick some ass.
Okay. Plus tough, so
What's tough?
6 plus. So 8.
An 8 is a mixed success, which means you deal some damage, you take some damage. Straight up and down. You said you were attacking the other one? The smaller one?
I was gonna attack the smaller one. And I don't know
I
how
think...
big the rock is.
I was gonna say, I think the rocks you could find here would probably be 3 harm. I don't think there's a big enough one to constitute 4 harm.
Okay.
I think he's 6'4", just letting you know. The rock.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I grabbed Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I grab the rock.
So.
You inflict 3 harm. I will. Yeah, I think I'll have you roll the other thing before I decide how much damage you take.
Cool. I rolled 2 3s again, so that'll be 9. So there will be 1 side effect. Do you want to choose that, or...
So the side effects are you hurt someone nearby as well as your target, you make something about the situation worse, you lose control of your improvised weapon, you cause massive property damage, your improvised weapon breaks. And it does say you pick one.
Okay. I kind of want to cause massive property damage, but I don't think there's property around here.
I'll say I love that you can choose to do that.
I can swing. I can swing massive property damage.
I would love to.
You throw the rock with great force at this other creature. It turns to face you and starts moving towards you, but before it even gets to you, the rock continues heading into these trees that are behind it, and it kind of ricochets against 3 trees. With incredible force, and they all start to fall.
Yeah.
You don't know which way to dodge. They are all kind of collapsing in your general direction. You try to find a safe spot. You can't quite find it. And you get hit by some wood, some tree debris, as it splinters and shatters all over the place, for 2 harm.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. So funny.
And now there are fully grown trees that are laying in the battlefield.
Yes. Yes.
What do you mean by that?
What do I want to do? I'm curious as to why they were still really protective of this area, because there was just a broken egg. Can I...
Sounds like a mystery to me.
Can I... I don't know if this would be a mystery or act under pressure, because we're in the middle of combat, quote unquote. Obviously that's up to you, but I guess I'm gonna ask either way. Can I, like... Because this is, like, in the sand, right? Like...
There is sand, yeah.
Well, I guess, I mean, like, can I go, like, where the first egg was and kind of, like, dig around with my hands in the dirt nearby? In the sand nearby, like, see if I can find more?
More eggs?
Yeah, or, like, find something, like, they're trying to protect over here for some reason? Because I can't understand why they would still be, like, this is our spot!
It sounds like you're looking around more than you are investigating, so I'm gonna say act under pressure.
Okay. That
So
works
roll
for
plus
me.
cool.
Yeet. Oh no, that is a fail. That is a 4. But plus cool is a 5.
4.
So yeah. Yeah, I level up
A
though.
flop. Okay. So yes, you do get an experience. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You start looking around to see if there is another egg somewhere. And I will say you find it. You find another egg. Just what
no.
you were not hoping to find.
Oh.
Eee.
You find the egg, and they also notice you have found the egg. And the smaller one charges at you.
Okay.
And I will say, since you failed and not just
Mhm.
did something, it is going to grab you by the shoulders.
That's
It
fine.
doesn't deal any damage right now, but it is holding you. And this thing is big and very upsetting to look at up close.
Ew. Well, at least I die on my home turf.
So do we just keep going then?
You can go in whatever order you
Yeah.
want. Basically, one of you takes a turn, and then I do something in response to it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Are we supposed to capture one of these things?
Probably not.
I thought that's what they told us to do.
I think we're just getting rid of them, aren't we?
I think the goal is to detain, if not get rid of. Because I don't think this is a protect situation. But
I
secure.
say kill
and-
the big one and secure the little one.
I say
Which
we
one's
just
holding the
secure
other
the
little one?
egg.
Oh, that's a great idea. Wait, you
Smart.
found an egg?
Yeah, I found another egg.
Okay,
All
I'm
right,
gonna
well
kill
then
the big one.
let's dust these bitches and get out of here.
I guess
Yeah,
I won't
you know-
shoot the egg.
That'd be great. Help. Help.
Can I pick up a tree this time?
Absolutely, you can make some mayhem with a whole ass tree.
Sweet.
All right.
So kick some ass.
Let's do it.
Which
Oh,
one's ass are you kicking?
So it'll be the big one this time.
Okay.
It'll be a 7.
A 7 is still a mixed success, so you do some harm, you take some harm. I'm having a tough time. I'll say if this is a tree you can fell, that it'll be a 4 harm.
Sweet. Oh, that's no good.
And so yeah, you do 4 harm to it. How do you hit it? Is it like a swing? Is it a stab? Is it just like a lob?
I'm gonna say you watch Koshi grab the base of this tree, like just at the roots, and his hair like starts to like just shoots down his arm, creates a massive hand on it basically, and he just picks it up and just smashes it down.
That's so gross
yeah.
and cool.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, it is gross.
did you roll
I rolled a
for your
13.
mayhem? A 13. Man, I want an advanced option for mayhem that makes it even worse. But
I do too.
unfortunately, that's only plus 2 of the effects.
Yeah.
What do you pick?
I want to make something about the situation worse.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah, sure you do.
And I don't want to hurt somebody nearby. Let's just say it breaks. But like it breaks all the trees, if that is possible.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I think most of the time your improvised weapon breaking is not going to be enough of a
I
consequence, so I'm going
know.
to sprinkle something else into that
That's all
if
good.
you want that to be the effect.
Can I just say lose control of it then?
You lose control of it.
And you can decide what that means.
Okay, so you lose control of your tree. Okay, so I'll say that you like swing down with it. You hit the ground. There is a tremor across the field. Um, Everyone falls to the ground, prone. You make the situation worse. Due to these tremors. And you lose control of it. I think the tree kind of you hit the ground with it, it splits in half. Still usable, right? But it falls out of your hair hand into the middle of the battlefield, splitting you off from the rest of the group.
Oh. Okay.
Now you've got trees to hurdle in order to get near any of your party members who are on the ground.
Nice.
Is this thing still holding me by the shoulders while we're both on the ground?
Yeah.
Can I try and reach in my pocket to pull out my stun gun and try and make it let go of me?
Yes, and by the way, Koshi, you take 1 harm from splinters.
Good. Okay.
Oh.
That is your exchange of blows.
Awesome.
You want to use your stun gun on the creature.
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'm trying to stun it and escape its grasp, so I don't know if that should just be a kick some ass or if that should be...
No, I think it's still an attack, right?
Okay, I think so. Because it's like, it's considered a weapon, so it just says 1 harm stun gun, or 1 harm hand stun. Stun gun.
Yeah.
Okay. So... That's a tough roll?
Yes, roll plus tough.
Ooh, baby! That is a... Oh, -1 tough. I was about to be like, that's a crit! It's not. An 11, though.
11, that's still a complete success. So you can choose a secondary effect.
Okay. What were the secondary effects again? I'm sorry. I don't know if it's...
If you look at the sheet...
Oh, I see it. It's right under... It's under...
on a 10 plus, choose
on
1
10+.
extra.
I'm gonna say force them where I want them so I can keep them there with, like, the stun to, like, get out of the grasp at least.
Yeah. So as you fall to the ground and you're struggling to get your weapon, it kind of like cranes its neck down towards your face, and it opens its mouth and it regurgitates this liquid that's like red in consistency, but it's not thin like blood, and it looks like it's mixed with something else, and it spits it into your mouth.
No, I'm gonna have alien babies!
And you
Ew.
are gonna take 3 harm as
Oh, yeah.
it starts
Almost
corroding your mouth and face.
That's what you meant by internal injuries. It, like, vomited into these people and it corroded them from the inside out.
Ew.
That's interesting. It's disgusting.
It does
That's
that,
You said
but
3
you
harm, right?
are able to stun it and back away from it. You start choking up some of the liquid. It still like burns, but you managed to like wipe off most of it so it's not continuing to do damage.
Fantastic.
And you are it does seem to be stunned for a moment.
Okay.
And you are able to get to relative safety for now.
Fantastic.
Do we have to take a turn to get up, or is it? How does that work?
There is no turn. There is do
Or I
an
guess
action.
like an action. Okay.
Your the difficulty of the action may be impacted by your current circumstance, as would the consequences if you fail. So
I think
it's all contextual.
I think Elijah's just going to do a quick roll onto his stomach, and then get the rifle ready and take another shot.
That's fun. I like that.
Okay, the big one again.
Yep. It's. How's it looking? Is that? Can I ask that?
It's been pretty heavily damaged at this
Okay.
point.
Yeah. I'll try finishing it off if possible.
Mm-hmm.
7.
7. So yeah, is that 3 harm then?
Yes. It's. What's its stats? 3 harm, AP far, loud.
Yes. You shoot this creature again, and since you're on the ground, it's able to like get closer to you again. I would say probably with the tree tremors, you've kind of separated from it like a couple feet. So you try and shoot it as quickly as possible, but it's still able to get to you as this shot rings out, raking you across the back with not claws but weird fingers that do a little bit of puncturing but a lot of bruising to your back for 3 harm.
Oof.
Cool.
And as you shoot it, it collapses into the sand next to you, completely motionless. And I should say, with that pretty grievous wound to your back, you are now unstable.
I am
so you will
absolutely.
need you will need some treatment for that spinal injury you've sustained. But you're okay for now.
So it's still up.
The other one is still up.
Oh, the other one's still up. Can I throw my trident at it?
Absolutely.
It's stunned right now. I don't know if that adds anything for you, but
I'll take whatever I can get. Alright, so that's probably just to kick some ass, eh?
Absolutely.
That is 8. So an 8 plus 2 is 10.
10. Complete success.
Cool.
What is your additional effect?
I want to inflict terrible harm, which adds +1 harm.
Absolutely.
So that would be 4 harm total.
4 harm. You throw your trident at it, you pierce it in the torso, and yeah, it takes there's a massive gaping wound now in its torso as your trident kind of sticks out of it. Its body kind of recoils as it finally like regains its faculties after being stunned, and it kind of just like looks around the battlefield on its last leg. And I think because it's stunned, it's probably not going to have time to get to you. So instead of doing
Right.
harm to you, it's just going to reach toward Percy
Oh, God damn it.
threateningly. It doesn't do anything yet, though, because it wasn't your action.
If I may. Or Percy, yeah.
No. You go. I was gonna have a question, but I'll ask after you do your thing.
I was just gonna throw a smaller rock at it with mayhem since I cut off from everybody.
Okay, I will let you choose how much harm you want the rock to do. There are multiple sizes,
I was gonna say,
and it will affect your later roll.
yeah, I was gonna say 2, since this thing
A 2-harm rock.
doesn't look to be up for very much longer.
Yeah. So, kick some ass.
Cool. 11 plus 2, so 13.
Yeah, absolutely. And then what is your mayhem?
Mayhem is going to be 8. Damn it. No, yeah, 8. Sorry, yes. Oh
8.
my god, 8.
So one side effect.
Hey Percy, what's your health looking at?
My health, I've only taken 3 harm, so I would say. Oh wait, this is a bad
But
thing.
he's still stable.
I'm still stable. If that's
He's
what you're
Fine.
You're not going to be stable, are you?
No, there will be 2 of us unstable, but do what you gotta do, I guess.
I'll do it.
Okay. You hit the creature with the rock. How do you do this? What does it look like?
I think seeing that a trident just flew past Percy's head, and this thing is still coming back and looks like it's going to take another swing or whatever at Percy.
Regurgitation.
Yeah, he's going to throw up on her real bad.
Yeah.
I think he just grabs the nearest rock and maybe it's a little bigger, but when he throws it with enough force that it's like a slate rock and it breaks in 2 when he throws it. He just puts pressure on the wrong spot on it, and one flies at the monster and one flies at Percy.
Absolutely. I will say, yeah. It splits off right as you throw it. Just the most unfortunate angle. They both go generally in that direction, and it just happens to collide with Percy. And I think you take a hit to the temple, dizzying you, causing some bleeding.
Awesome.
Coupled with the corrosion to your face is really like messing with your mental state right now.
Okay.
And the creature gets hit in the head, and its very upsetting neck kind of swings around. There's not much breaking. There's weird fleshy crunching sounds. But its head kind of just flops over and its body falls into the sand.
Gross.
Did I take harm from that, Connor, or do I just
Harm.
2 harm? Okay.
Yes.
Mess with my leg, bitch.
Did we get it?
And they are dead. I'd say, Elijah, you're pretty good at ascertaining when things are dead. And even if they're of alien physiology, and you can tell that they are not getting back up.
Question: would it be
Yeah.
too far out to say that I'd have a glass jar in the Jeep.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable enough.
My
Oh,
question
God.
earlier was gonna
Greg.
be are we able to heal? Like, are people able to heal if they don't have like a first aid like kit or anything like that? I don't know how that works because I know like if you're
There
unstable.
exists some healing in
Mhm.
this system. I don't know who of you has that.
I
I
don't
know
know if anyone
Deborah
here
has
does.
some,
It's a
but
magic
no,
effect.
I
Yeah.
don't think anyone here has some.
Yeah.
I could do it actually.
I was gonna say you can use magic to heal a harm,
Yeah.
but I don't know that most of you use magic.
Nope.
Yeah, I think it's just Deb.
Koshi, you could try.
Yeah.
Oh God. that's so fearful.
Mr. Elijah, your glass jar. What the heck?
Yes, grab the jar, and it's in the car.
The jar in the car.
Jar in the car. Don't leave the door ajar.
Just grab the jar. Don't make the door ajar.
I made the door jar.
You can make a door into a jar. I will throw up.
Actually, I think you ate throw up.
Someone tell me that.
You may also throw up. I think that's pretty reasonable.
That's reasonable.
With the concussion as well as the shit that was puked in my mouth, I think I'm probably gonna vomit.
With the jar, can I like try to collect some of this bile?
Oh, I was hoping you would put the egg in it, but that works.
The egg's big.
Big
Oh,
egg.
I guess
Big.
the egg is like the size
You
of
would
a
need a
ball,
big
huh?
jar.
Yeah.
Big egg, big
You
jar.
can, yeah, you can do that. I think that's reasonable enough.
Okay.
I will say, as you are doing that, you're like trying to cut into it to get some of this bile. You can get some of it, for a sample,
Mhm.
but as you cut into it, you notice that the flesh of this thing quickly starts to kind of collapse and sink, losing what little form it had. And as it does, you notice that almost like a balloon, it starts to like deflate slightly, but there's a noticeable bulge in the stomach of this thing.
Oh, if that fucker.
Both of them, as a matter of fact, have
Wait, it
such a
wouldn't-
bulge.
They wouldn't be pregnant. They had lay eggs.
Separate from the like the
Twin eggs.
where like the bile sac would be, I assume.
Oh yeah, this is like in the
Oh.
stomach.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I guess I'll check down there too, and since I'm already cutting it open.
You cut open the stomach lining, stomach area, and you are perhaps alarmed when you find an egg. Another large egg in both of them.
Yo, these things produce really weird. What the?
Growing.
It's like really gross. Can we just like wrap these up and bring them back as soon as possible? I do not want them hatching in your freaking car as we're driving.
Puke in the corner.
Would be good. Let's get on that.
Should we destroy this one then, since it's the longest out?
Don't like break them. I feel like that'll just make it worse.
But like if we destroy this one that's been out for a while, it's gonna hatch soon anyways. Do you really want to get grappled and vomited in again?
No, but if we break it, that's gonna happen anyway.
Not if you
Can
kill
I-
it.
Can I shoot it with my shotgun?
I've retrieved my trident, by the way. I am ready to
Yeah,
attack
for sure.
if something
Yep.
bursts out of this thing.
You're shooting the egg with your shotgun then.
The longest,
The
the
old
one that's
egg.
been out. Yeah.
Go on, beach.
Yeah. You shoot the egg, and as you do, the kind of scatter shot just ricochets off the shell. Not hurting any of you, but scary that a shotgun blast does not break the egg. It does not even seem to crack the egg.
Yes, let's just take this back.
Okay, well then let's.
Can we call them?
Yeah.
Do we have
Yeah, maybe we
Folly's
could just
number
have
on
them
speed dial?
pick it
Have
up.
them. Yeah.
I could try to crush it with my hand since it's magic.
Call your therapist.
I could call my therapist.
Tell him we're good to go.
Therapist.
I might need to see him for a session.
Oh, are you okay?
You
By
wanna-
the way, do you need- I'll call my therapist.
Yeah.
You're just calling your therapist, then you're not going to
Yeah.
crush it.
Oh, I mean.
Okay.
Are people open or wanting to do that?
I mean, you can.
Let's-
I was gonna say you can try.
We have another one. Yeah, I'll crush it.
We have two
My
others.
red right hand,
Oh.
My red right hand.
but it's just black and greasy.
Roll plus tough. I don't know if this is kicking some ass, but I think it should roll plus tough either way.
It'll be
Unless you're trying to use magic.
11. Well, it's a huge weapon, 3 harm magic, 3 harm hand
Right, the
magic.
yeah.
So it'll be 11.
11. I would say this is a very powerful weapon. And you have already demonstrated pretty otherworldly strength. As you try and crush it, you notice that like you're pushing with all of your might, all of the force you can muster, and you're not noticing any damage. After a few seconds of pressure, you can just barely detect like slight weaknesses in the shell. To say it's cracking is maybe generous, but it is weakening with prolonged exposure. And given the variety of things that you've picked up and smashed with, you would say this has the same degree of resilience as reinforced concrete.
It's wild.
So if you're going to break this, you will need a ton of force over an extended amount of time.
I can't do it.
All right, so
Well.
then like call your therapist or whatever.
Hello?
We killed him. Oh,
That's
the
nice.
monster, yeah. And we got some eggs.
Some eggs.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like the monster eggs.
Monster eggs.
That should be sufficient. Thank you for your work today, Koshi.
I wasn't just me, but thank you.
No.
Well, you can tell your friends that I thank them too.
He says thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Can they
Did you
like
need
hurry
any
and pick
assistance?
them up?
Oh, do you want us
Did
to
you need
pick-
any assistance bringing them back?
Do we need a...
Please?
Yes.
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 That'd probably be good.
Because we don't want them hatching on us again.
Yeah, we don't want them
because
hatching.
you should probably talk about the bile and how they spit in Percy's mouth.
They threw up in Percy's mouth and it corroded his throat or something. And the egg is really, really hard. Like, it's like concrete, but like really hard concrete.
We
Yeah.
can get the details in a bit. For now, I'll send someone your way to help you deliver them.
Okay. He's sending someone.
I hope to hear your mission report soon.
Okay. And then he just hangs up the phone.
Oh, okay.
Hello?
And with that, you have dealt with the threat. You, hold on. End of session. Let's knock this out real quick. Did we conclude the current mystery?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
I mean, we
No.
saved Percy.
Not particularly.
Not particularly.
Most of the this would be like non-party members.
Yeah, there wasn't anybody to save. They were already
No.
dead.
Yes. So not that one. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Not really.
Not a lot
These
this
cool
time.
world,
No.
These
yeah.
things exist.
Yeah. There's a lot of weird things that exist, though.
Yeah.
Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Uh,
Oh,
Hoshi is
I guess
incredibly strong.
Annika as a whole.
yeah.
We did.
Also, V.
Monica as a whole, and Monica, I think you would be alarmed by Koshi. Not just the
Yeah.
greasiness, but this like otherworldly destructive power that
Oh yeah,
does
no,
not
she's
resonate well with your mission.
she's
Um,
noticed. She's aware.
So I will give that a yes. But in either case, that would be one experience for everyone. So
Yay.
Hey.
let me mark that, and in between sessions, we will get you all leveled up if you have hit that threshold.
Cool.
But thank you all for joining us. Always fun to revisit this campaign. We should be back next week with. We haven't decided yet. And yeah, anything y'all want to say?
Drink water. I need to go get some. I'm like on a porch that's different from our house AC, and I'm dying because if you live in
Ooh.
the U.S., there's a heat wave.
Mm.
So drink your water. That's the way that you stay away from being dehydrated and going to the hospital.
Yep.
Listen to us on Spotify and YouTube and all the places that you listen to podcasts or watch videos.
iHeartRadio.
iHeart.
We love you.
And,
Yes.
I heart
yeah.
you, radio.
Where are you, random citizen?
Well, as always, thank you for joining us, and may all your secrets stay hidden.